Mike, home run away from the cycle, got intentionally walked there in the last inning. Just talk a little bit about how your team was able to come back in this game after being down 6-2.
That was really big, especially with the ugly start that we did have. It was not looking good, and for us to be able to battle back is good because games like this do help us going into the weekend, like I said last week against Ball State, and we just always staying in the game is big.
Second consecutive midweek walk-off. You guys won in 15 innings last week. What kind of confidence does this give you, knowing that you guys, even though you're down, you could still pull it out?
That gives us a lot of confidence to know that we always have a chance in the games, and it's easier to come out and get a walk-off when you've already had them before and you know what it's like. So that's big for us.
Mike, besides you getting a couple hits early on in the game against the starting pitcher, really worked you guys in the beginning of the game. Didn't have much going. I believe we retired 9 straight batters at one point. What happened when the bullpen came into the game, and did your guys' approach change once the bullpen was in?
I don't think anyone's approach necessarily changed. We were cold a little bit at the beginning of the game. It showed on offense and defense. We didn't really get much going, and it just kind of took us a little while to wake up and really get into the game, and that was the difference for us.
What were you guys telling each other in that 6th inning before you guys start rallying?
Just stay with it, you know. As soon as we got a couple on them, as soon as we got one run in, we were like, all right, it's time to bust it open because we had guys on base, and we took advantage of the opportunity.
Mike, this is a team that that's 26-7 coming into play today. But are you gonna talk to your team, given that you're more of an upperclassman, that you maybe can't afford to come out slowly against Michigan State?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big issue. Michigan State is a very good, although they are 26-7. I think Michigan State is obviously tougher competition, and it's going to be very important to come out with a good start, especially defensively. We can't give Michigan State free base runners like we did to Indiana State today, so that's going to be a really big focus for us this weekend.
Mike, a really team win this game was. Seemed like almost everybody that suited up got into the game at some point or another. How important is that for everybody to get experience and then to also be a part of a win like this?
It definitely helps a lot, because when you have some guys who watch the games a lot of the time and don't get in, and that maybe makes them feel sometimes like they're not a part of the win as much, but when everyone gets to come in and play, it really makes everyone feel like they're a part of what's going on, and it gets everyone into the games throughout the rest of the season too, to know that, hey, I might get a crack at this, and then it keeps them into the game, keeps the dugout up, and keeps the overall team morale.
Soik coming up there in the bottom of the 9th inning, lays down the bunt down the third baseline, has been struggling as of late. What are you guys kind of telling him there in the dugout? Obviously you were there at second base.
I know Soik has been struggling lately, but he's a good hitter, and I have all the confidence in the world in him. But he's the best bunter on our team too. So that was a perfectly placed bunt. We had Mike on third base with the speed to get in there easily. So I had confidence in him. I thought he could get it done, and he pulled through for us.
Did Coach set up the bunt play, say the bunt was coming when they brought the new relief pitcher in, or was that kind of spur of the moment?
I'm sure he just gave him the sign right before. I didn't see. I was just kind of hugging second base because I didn't mean anything, but I'm sure he gave him the bunt sign right before that pitch.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Mike. Big game today.
Sorry.